Alright guys, so I'm gonna let you guys know what Japan is really like for black men. If you guys haven't seen my past couple videos, I was in Tokyo for about 3 weeks. I was out there with some homies here from LA. We were doing like some art stuff out there. I have a lot of musician friends out there, a lot of artist friends, so we were going to different art shows, pop-ups, things of that nature. But yeah, in about the 3 weeks that I was there, I can say that at least I felt like I got pretty acclimated into the culture. But as a black man, African American man specifically, Japan is a little bit different, and I'm gonna fill you guys in exactly into this video about what it was like. So I'm gonna touch on different things like how the women treat us out there, how the locals treat us out there, just like the average person, what like the experience was like what there is to do. So without any further ado, let's hop right in. Stick around to the end because I will go over like topics like women and stuff towards the end. So the first thing that I noticed when I was in Japan, especially as a black man, was that I don't want to touch on the negative first. So I will say the positive thing was that certain Japanese people really do rock with us. Like as African American men, maybe not necessarily for like all the right reasons, but I noticed that some people really rock with us. Just like being black Americans, we have introduced a lot of stuff into the culture, whether it's like music or sports, a lot of things like in the entertainment industry. And that's kind of like the vibe that I got when I was out there. Like the people that liked us, they kind of liked us maybe more so like for like kind of the things that we've added to the culture. So like rap music. I remember I went to this club, and afterwards me and the homies went to the side just to kind of like smoke whatever. I normally don't smoke, but when I was out there, I was like, forget, I'm kind of hanging out. And this dude followed us all the way from the club, and he was like, he barely spoke any English, almost all Japanese, but he basically told us that like, he rocks with us a lot, like he loves rap music, and he pulls out his phone and just starts playing like a random Tupac song. And it was me and the two homies, we're all black, like black Americans. The homies are from New York, I'm from LA. And we all kind of look at each other like, oh, cool, like, yeah, like Tupac is cool, like, it's not like we know him or anything, or we knew him, but it was kind of just funny, that whole interaction. So yeah, there was that. So that's the first thing. I think maybe some people like us for our skin color out there, but leading into point two, Japan is what's called I don't know if it's monolithic. It's like a basically it's like a mono whatever. It's a society it's a homogeneous society. Everybody in Japan is Japanese. 99% of people that are in Japan are Japanese. So any culture coming from outside of, being like Japanese is just different for them. So I'm not saying it was necessarily because I was black or black American, but I think just being different, the Japanese, they're really big supporters of their own like culture. Like they're very proud to be Japanese. And the term that they coin any foreigner out there is called a gaijin. Basically just translates to the word foreigner. But I definitely felt that energy and that vibe from being out there. Again, I don't know if it's just because I'm black or whatever, but I felt like a foreigner basically the whole time. Like unless I was like doing something that's kind of within the scene that I'm involved in, so music, art, entertainment, fashion, that's when I felt really welcomed by like the Japanese people, like because those were like people that were like us, like they're young kids, they're freaking teen kids, they follow people on the internet, they're internet influencers themselves. So I felt very like, good and normal around them. I felt like I was around my people. But again, the average Japanese everyday person, I felt very much like an outsider at all times. How the Japanese get around is mainly like the train system, very similar to the New York City subway. They have like their own subway system out there. And like I always noticed, like it was, and I know I'm not tripping, so I don't want people to like come for me in the comments, but whenever I'd be on the subway, like nobody would want to even like stand next to me. Like there was these seats. Sometimes I would sit down next to a person and they would like literally just like stand up and like walk to a different seat or just like stand up and not even sit down anymore. I had people like they didn't want to stand next to me. If I went to stand next to a person, they would move. And I don't know for whatever reason. Maybe it's because I'm a gaijin. Maybe it's because I'm black or a black American. But yeah, it's just like people. A lot of Japanese people didn't really want to like. I don't know if associate with me would be the word, but yeah, I don't know if it's intimidating. I also heard that like a lot of the Japanese people, since they don't speak English very well, they don't even really want to talk to foreigners. Not because like any mal or like bad intent reasons, but because since they don't speak English, it's like, kind of like they don't want to be embarrassed because their knowledge of English isn't very well. And of course, like I only knew very minimal Japanese, so yeah, it could be something like that too. Like they just didn't want to like feel dumb for not being able to speak English or something. So, but yeah, that was the second thing that I noticed. I just felt very like alienated and isolated because yeah, not many people were just like wanting to rock with me or talk to me or stand next to me or sit next to me. So it's whatever. Um, yeah, I will say going on to the third reason, this is probably something that a lot of you, at least my audience, would be interested in. But how do the Japanese treat us as black men out there? I will say similar to point one and two. If you meet a Japanese girl that likes black men, then of course you're gonna be like, in the green because she just likes you. I don't want to use the word fetishizes you, but yeah. I will say though, it's a very like minority of Japanese women that are actually into like black men, I would say. From what I saw out there, from like, the homies and just kind of seeing myself, the Japanese, again, they love their own people, so they love their own culture. Japanese men are very different. Like they kind of are a bit more like feminine. They have a kind of more like androgynous society out there. So a lot of like the type that Japanese girls are into, it's like the K-pop style of like boys that look kind of like very soft and nice skin and flowy hair, like the Justin Bieber types of Japan. So um, again, not like a diss or anything at all. I found that culture to be really cool. I was out there, but I will say for the girls that do like black men out there, because there definitely are some out there for sure. Like anywhere, it's like if they like you, they're gonna like you. And not necessarily just because you're black. That's just like kind of like I think you have to find a Japanese girl that's okay with being with a black guy first, because for so many different reasons, societal reasons, taking you home to their family. Like, there's just so many things involved. Not just in Japan, a lot of countries that aren't America are like this because a lot of countries are homogeneous. Freaking Ireland has mainly Irish people. Freaking Thailand has mainly Thai people. Africa has mainly African people. So yeah, it's just different. It's just different. So if you're kind of wondering, are they checking for us out there? I will say no, not really. Like I would say the majority of like Japanese women aren't really checking for black men. So if you're looking for a place to clean up, I wouldn't say that Japan is necessarily your place. Now go there for other reasons. Don't go to a place just because of like the women or whatever. Like just because you want to be like a passport bro or something. Go for the culture. Go for the food. But yeah, it's like of course I know that some people would be questioning that sort of thing. So I'm gonna cut it right there. Tell me what you guys think. Comment down below. Have you guys been to Japan? Do you think you're gonna visit? I did have a great time out there. I actually met a brother out there that's in the military. He was in the vlog that I made. Greg, shout out to him. He's acclimated into the culture very well. But yeah, comment down below. Do you guys think you want to visit Japan? I enjoyed my experience there as a black man, as an American, African American. I'll definitely go back. Maybe not for as long next time because it's just like Japan is cool, but it's not like a place that I love. Like I wasn't like overjoyed to be there like other places I visited in the past. But if you guys like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification button because I do post videos like this every single day. And if this video resonated with you, check out this video over here. I think you will like. I love you guys, and I'll speak with you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow.